I am cautiously optimistic that we will have a vaccine within a reasonable period of time, not only from Moderna, but from other companies too. They are not the only company. We are involved in collaboration with several other companies. The reason I'm optimistic is that in the early trials in humans and in animals, the results have been favorable. In other words, it protects animals in the experimental stage, and in the phase 1 trial in humans, the vaccine was able to induce a response that was predictive that you might be protective against the virus. So although you never can guarantee that you will have a safe and effective vaccine, and that would be foolish to guarantee that because no one can guarantee that. But we are cautiously optimistic that we're going in the right direction. And we looked at the phase 1 study. At a moderate dose, individuals were able to mount not only just a plain antibody response, but an antibody response that's what we call neutralizing. Namely, it blocks the ability of the virus to replicate. That's a very good sign. So the risk is only to the money. It's not a risk to safety, and it's not a risk of compromising the scientific integrity of the study. This is such an emergent and important situation that we, the federal government, is willing to take the financial risk in order to expedite the process and get us to a vaccine months and months earlier than we normally would. If it turns out the vaccine works, the risk was worth taking. If it turns out the vaccine doesn't work, then we've lost money. But in such an emergent situation, we would rather take the risk in order to gain time. Well, I think each vaccine candidate would like to produce at least 200 to 300 million doses, and some of the companies are aiming at being able ultimately, not right away, but ultimately to produce about 1 billion doses. That it will be even more than 2. I hope it will be maybe 3 vaccines or even more. There's no reason to believe you only could have 1 vaccine. I think there are a number of candidates that look favorable enough that I would be not surprised at all if we had more than 1 and maybe as many as 3 or 4.